we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with the quarterfinals of Rusty 40 versus Clan Dream Team. Both these teams are fighting for their spot in the semi-finals. We're on Hillsome Offensive 02. Rusty 40 is going to be the first one to attack. It's going to be a good game, man. It's going to be a good game. As always, I spend the first minute or so just making sure the teams are on the correct sides. It looks like all the teams are from the get-go, so that's good. Stating again, Rusty 40 is on the attack tonight. They are the British. The Axis Clan Dream Team are on the defense. We are playing Hillsome Offensive 02. It is a Chapter 1 map, and one of the Chapter 1 maps with only 4 caps on it. So one of the least amounts of caps. The first one also is pretty much a given for the Allies if they rush onto it. It's going to be a good game. Like I said, both these teams are fighting for their spot in the semi-finals. This is game 1. I'm sorry for the blue bar on the screen. There's nothing I can do about it. It's a bug with the spectator cam. I can't get rid of it, I'm afraid. I wish I could. We tried, but it just kept returning over and over again. If anyone knows the solution, I'd like that. As always, if you're watching this video on YouTube, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. We've got a 1,000 sub goal on the YouTube channel now. You hit 1,000 subs, something special happens on the YouTube channel. So, yeah, that's pretty much the summary at the start here. All the teams, we had one person disconnected from Dream Team, so they're already back, so that's good. There they are. We've got Morpheus casting this in the French side. And obviously, happy 4th of July to our Americans. It's America's birthday today, so congratulations. This is my first cast in a while as well, so I might be a little bit rusty. I haven't cast in about 2 weeks. So let's have a look at Rusty 40. They've got a logistics truck and an MS3 heading south, followed by a transport truck. Logistics truck heading into the tree lines near their main base as well. MSP heading north, along with a transport truck heading north out the main base. And then we've got a half-track going straight out to the west of Cap, sorry. Followed with a Hellcat. They've got a Hellcat and a Sherman used at the very beginning. So the first cap of this map is very unusual. Hillsome 02 doesn't really give a good enough chance for the defenders to get on the first cap. You can see how close the Allied main base is to the first cap here. It's kind of ridiculous how close it is. So this is pretty much a given for the Allies to take this first cap. You can see where the Axis defenders spawn. They're all the way down here on the second cap. They spawn all the way down here on the second cap. And you can see Dream Team, we speculated at the very start of the game. We spectated at the very start of the game that Dream Team might not defend this first cap. And it looks like they're not going to. They're just going to sit down on the second cap, which is fair. There is a lot of ping issues going on at the moment. Hopefully the server stabilizes. It usually is laggy. At the very beginning, obviously everyone loading in. We'll just see if it stabilizes, because we might do a server reset. Pings are stabilizing. See, the Allies have already taken this main base. I'm just checking the pings, because we might do a server rehost, because the server is lagging quite badly. Even for me in admin cam, I can see stutters happening. You can see Dream Team here are embedding themselves on the second cap. They're not even trying to defend that first cap, which we mentioned. This gives the Allies an extra 10 minutes on the attack here, extending their time greatly with only 3 caps to take on this map after that first cap. That is a huge advantage to the attackers here. One of the least amount of caps on the map. It's already a killer over here. Jackal's gone down that half track, pushing forward with Gizmo and Tenpin. There's AT and Pioneers near him. You can see the two German tanks pushing forward. We have a Panzer and a P4 rolling out for the Germans. P4 got a... I'm not quite sure how the P4 actually got stuck then. It seemed to have enough speed and momentum to get over that. We've got Knight DT. I believe Knight is an AT for the Dream Team. So you can see Knight out there. He's roaming. He's looking for MSPs, FOBs, tanks, whatever might be going out there. You can see 2 MSPs on the far western flank for Rusty 4. They're trying to flank around all the way on the outskirts of the map there. We've also got a half track pushing deep in here from a ripped squad, but they're under immense machine gun fire already. They managed to get a rally down just behind the cover of the half track. Tim might bleed out there. He's trying to, but yeah, he bleeds out. Viking is just alive though. He's going to get up his teammates here. Iron Mike is also alive. So Rusty 40 pushing in with a half track. You see a big barrage of assets coming down. Artillery and smoke. Bombs, everything put down on this first cap. They took out the 88 that was placed at the very beginning. Obviously, a feature of this map is the defenders get a 1,000 supplies. I think the ping is getting better. Everyone seems to be on good ping now. So the server seems to be getting better. On my eyes, it looks better as well. Dark Fate here trying to sneak behind the Sherman. He is a light ET for the Axis. So the 41 Sherman squad is going to have to watch out. There you got Dylan Epic in there. I can't see the other names because they're kind of blended together. The Rusty 40 squad over here for the rip put down at the half track. That was still under fire on snipers and MGs. The Sherman went down from Dark Fate. You can see Dream Team have done a good job embedding themselves in. And look how much mortar artillery fire they're under here. On this second cap, they're digging in as much as they can, using those hard cover from the buildings to try to stabilize themselves. Time on the board, we're about 5 minutes into the match now, and 1 German heavy tank goes down. You can see a flock of AT here from Rusty 40 trying to take out these German tanks. They managed to take out a Panther. The P4 over here is also under assault. It's been hit by tanks. Its engine's just gone out from IMT. You can see Gizmo and Tenpin with that that Hellcat in the far distance on the outskirts of map. Good sniping from them, managing to take out that Panzer, and also the P4 with the help of IMT, Rocket, and Jackal nearby. P4 got decrewed, and IMT was there to kill the crew. He didn't kill Pappy, though. Pappy is still alive. He's going to get up now. They're going to try save that P4, but I don't think they're going to get away with it. Rocker, Gammon Bomb, almost blows himself up. Rocker, you know, we spoke highly of him. And his Piat managed to hit at the same time as the Hellcat. I need to fix the server because there's a queue of people not being able to get in. But we might go for a server rehost because the server is lagging very badly for everyone. Even me. You can see my camera is jittering now. Mortars continue to rain down. If you're wondering why I'm pausing a little bit, because we're having a lot of server issues here and we're just trying to resolve it. Moose 5 here spraying down Tim and Viking as they try to push in, but Tim and Viking get the advantage there. They're continuing to push in on the northern side here. Tank support is rolling in now for them. Got a Sherman coming in the smoke barrage, still raining down. We've also got a flanking squad coming in from the south here. They've managed to run right onto a P2. Is the P2 from Jupiler and Lawman going to spot them, though? It didn't, and this P2 is right next to an allied squad here. The triggered, it's Lowe's, Alex, Derby Jack, Bojangles right behind this P2. That's going to give them the information they need to share to their team. I wouldn't be surprised if the Hellcat went over to this direction, or Rocker, one of the ATs, rushes over here to deal with that P2 immediately. Sherman pushing in on the north side. Smoke volleys still coming down. P2 managed to save itself. So, getting back into the game here, you can see Rusty 40 have done a good job slowly encircling the cap. They're very close to one of the German MSPs as well. You can see Derby Jack, Bojangles so close to finding that German MSP. Jean-Louis was there. He took down Derby Jack. Bojangles, Radio Man is still live. Grenade goes out. Oh, it was a Woolly Pete grenade, a smoke grenade. You see how close that German MSP is to Bojangles. Bojangles trying to peek the corner. John is watching it. Fire exchange from both sides. Bojangles hit by a grenade there. Bojangles has the advantage with that M1 carbine. Louis with that... Oh, Louis is... a Pioneer, sorry. So the MP40 is going to be perfect to spray down Bojangles. And Bojangle goes down, sprayed down just like that. Rusty's 40 push is continuing strong. They're still slowly encircling the cap. But Dream Team is holding out here. Tickets wise, we're even. Match time, we're at 46 minutes. You see Blind Owl, Physics slowly pushing in here. The Sherman that was coming in from the north side with John Just Press, Dylan Epic, and I can't see the other name because it's blurred in. They were taken out by 80 at some point. That P2 is still live on point. Infantry, you see Rocker getting a bunch of kills there. Infantry coming in on all sides. Artillery or mortars now? That is a smoke barrage, I believe, called in by the Rusty 40 commander. So they are slowly pushing into the cap. Can Dream Team hold on? Under pressure on all sides. They've got pressure coming in from the south, the north, the east, and the west. That P2 is the only German armor alive on cap at the moment. And look at the blue arrows as they slowly encircle deeper and deeper into the cap. You see, Tim is the first one to get onto the cap for Rusty 40. His squad managing to clear out the northern side here. That long barn and the two small farming barns. He's moving into the free-throw where he's met by Moose 5. Moose 5 manages to take out Tim. Smoke barrage is still continuing. This is a very strong start by Rusty 40 on the attack here. It seems the server's stabilizing. I'm not lagging anymore. It seems the players are getting fine pings now as well. Everyone's pings have dropped down to a stable state. There's a little bit of fluctuation, but that happens in Scriptum. Pierre pushing south with John Louis. They're looking for where this squad came up from their south. More tank support coming in. Who is the commander? So we've got Dino as the commander for Rusty 40 this time around. I think that's the first time he's been the commander. We've got a Cromwell pushing it. It's Dylan back with his tank crew. Coming in with a Cromwell. A little bit stronger than the Sherman. Great infantry support. Also better support at taking out armor. So this Cromwell is going to be able to chew through that P2. As you can see, the RIP squad coming in here from the north have kind of stopped their push a little bit. Maybe nervous because of this P2. Also met with some strong infantry. Cromwell fired one shot at the P2. Misses. But you can see the Cromwell giving chase. And there is Knight. We know Knight is AT. Knight is on the tail. Panzerstrike in hand. One shot into the back of the Cromwell. Takes it. Big shot. Takes the engine. Iron Mike is trying to help. Iron Mike gets the kill on Nutcracker. Knight survives. Knight might take out the Cromwell here, though. One more shot. Ooh, the Cromwell's still alive. Can Tim save the Cromwell? Tim saves the Cromwell. The Cromwell is on about 10% health. If anyone breathes on this Cromwell at this point, this Cromwell is going to go down. Dylan is going to have to save that Cromwell. They don't want to lose another medium at this stage of the game. That Cromwell is going to be essential for pushing the later caps. Rusty 40 is still pushing in from every single angle here. Their biggest approach so far has been on the north side with that tank support. You can see Viking, Tim, Blind Owl, Vizix below me with that tank support. They keep getting onto the north side here. Vizix holding down that building. Moose 5 under fire there. He goes down. Good shots there by Tim. MG on the inside of this building. He's under fire. Two German defenders there from Dream Team. Tank on its way. It is a P2. P2 is back, coming towards the front line. And you can see that that encirclement by Rusty 40 has grown tighter and tighter around the cap. Physics has actually made it into the large free story. Tim breaks on the inside. He gets a kill there on Maya Rage. He also gets saved by Physics. Physics who takes down Jag Tiger and also Bertrod on the inside of the free story. Doing a good job there. And he also gets a kill on Thunder. That is great work there by Physics. Unfortunately, he goes down and Rogue Demon goes down. Bombing run called in. The bombing run was on that MSP, but the MSP was moved. John Louis, knowing that the MSP was compromised, he just moved it around the corner, managing to save it from that Mustang that was called in by Rusty 40. Rusty 40 called in that MSP in text chat. I hope they didn't use all command to give away, but either way, John has saved that MSP. Just make sure everyone was on the right teams. We've got Bat has disconnected. The MSP does go down despite being just moved. You saw John Louis there trying to get back to the MSP, but the MSP has gone down. Mac was the one who took it out. He took it out before he went down there. So that is one of the hard spawns from Clan Dream Team lost. P2 still in action. Look at this, though, from Clan Dream Team. Knight has been doing a good job on AT. He's pushing forward. He's not just holding in the cap. He's going out. He's scouting for these tanks. He's looking for those spawns, those MSPs, those FSBs, FOBs, trying to find anything he can to help his team on the defense here and stall the attack. And let's just spend a little while looking around the map to see what is going on. Let's go over to this direction first. I'm trying to speed up the camera as fast as I can. Come on. So we can have a look at what's going on over the battlefield. We've got two German heavy tanks by the looks of it. Back Miller has joined on the right team, so that's good. We've got 2 German heavies coming back onto this far western flank. We've got a P4, 2 P4s here on the far western flank, and we've got a allied logistics team with Noble 6 here heading towards them. He's gonna have to watch out. There is a 1,000 supplies dropped there. Not quite sure. We'll keep an eye on Noble 6 and see what he builds. See a transport vehicle coming out here just on the first cap. Filled up, small transport vehicle. That's Rocket. I imagine that's going to be the AT crew for Rusty 40 looking to take out those tanks. We've also got a mortar crew over here. We've got a couple of suicides going on in the main base. We've got a mortar crew over here, it says, but there's no one stationed here. I imagine this was probably the Rusty 40 mortar crew, and they maybe got killed at some point by roaming Clan Dream Team members. You can see Clan Dream Team have logistics teams heading all over. We've got Bell is there. He's heading out. I can hear the P2 firing out, or some kind of autocannon. You can see a lot of individuals from Rusty 40 are getting to that first cap. Got some from Dream Team spawning on the 3rd cap. After that MSP went down, I imagine some rallies have also been destroyed. So Dream Team slowly starting to lose their foothold. P2 arriving on the scene, getting a bunch of kills here, trying to hold up the south. As Rusty 40 come in, and a big shot there. It was Tenpin and Gizmo in the Hellcat yet again. Amazing long-range distance shot there on that P2. If we just hide the nameplates, they fired through buildings, through hedges. What an amazing shot that was. One-shot kill on the P2. That's going to be devastating to the defenders here. Can Rusty 40 capitalize on that? Tickets-wise, it's still very even. Still 38 minutes to play. Plenty of time left in this. Rocket gets hit by a big explosion then. I might have thrown his own gammon bomb at his own location again. You see a squad over here, a mixture of 40 to 1, trying to push in on the western side, while there's that infantry squad from Squad 4 and Squad 2 trying to push in from the north. Squad 3 trying to push in from the south. Squad 3 is doing a good job slowly pushing up through the south. They've cleared most of the buildings. They can push all the way to the warehouse now. Mortars come, artillery. That is going to be Clan Dream Team mortars trying to take out the infantry that's coming up from the south. That was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 9 rounds of artillery, I believe, unless I'm miscounting. And also smokes in the south. It's Lowe's. If It's Lowe's can take down this rally on the inside, that is huge. Oh my god. Check your corners, ladies and gentlemen. Always check your corners. If It's Lowe's checks this corner, then if It's Lowe's checked his right corner, then he could have gotten into there, taken out the rally potentially, and that would have been another squad from Dream Team eliminated from defending this second cap. Nevertheless, this 40-1 squad still doing a good job here, pushing through the south. They've taken the southernmost farmhouse where that MSP was hidden. They're taking a bunch of the buildings here. You can see a squad from Dream Team has been tasked to deal with this approach. They're doing a good job. John Louis squad, Fives, Fury, Knight, and Popper Fury. They're doing a good job holding back the Rusty 40 attack coming in from the south. Artillery on cap. Now this is Rusty 40 artillery. 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 4 rounds, 5 rounds. 5 rounds. He's got a few kills, not a major breakthrough. Didn't clear out everyone, but still a well-placed artillery that's going to allow Rusty 40 to have a little bit more of a push here on the north side of the cap, pushing all the way to this roadside now almost. I feel if Rusty 40 can get some more tank support in here, they might be able to break through to the second cap. Nevertheless, oh, speaking of tanks, we've got a tank exchange going on right now. I was going to look at the infantry, but we've got a tank exchange going on right now on the western side. We've got Dylan with his Cromwell They're face to face with a P4. Very even fight here. The Cromwell can pen the P4 easily, but the P4 can one-shot the Cromwell. The P4 has that biggest gun, but the Cromwell has APS ammo that can absolutely shred through the P4. You can see the P4 knows there's a tank in front of it. It's looking. It's trying to spot it. It can hear it. It's turning its gun to where it can hear the engine. Same way for the Cromwell. The Cromwell also knows there's a P4 on the other side of this hedgerow somewhere. Meanwhile, we've got Temping Gizmo in the Hellcat engaging the other P4, and they've done a good job taking out one of the P4s. Like Gizmo, Temping, and that Hellcat have been devastating the armor from Dream Team here. Can the Cromwell with Dylan now deal with the other P4? The P4 misses one shot. The Cromwell returns fire. The P4's down to about 50% health now. The Cromwell is winning this engagement. The Cromwell also has the ditch and bushes to its advantage. The P4 is on about 50% health now. 2 more shots like that, and it's going to go down. The Cromwell might just rush the P4, or it's going to wait for the Hellcat. You can see Gizmo and Temping using the speed of that Hellcat. They're trying to flank around and deal with this tank as fast as possible. Good teamwork here from the tank crew, and this is what we mentioned pre-game. Rusty 40 have a lot of experience with their tank crew. You can even see Rocker AT coming to deal with this P4. He's got his little Willis Jeep, all trying to surround this tank like hyenas, rushing this P4. 2 tanks. Rocker with the AT. Rocker might be the one to claim the kill here. He's using the distraction of the Cromwell and his quiet engine of his Willis Jeep. The P4 didn't turn off its engine, so it's going to be very hard to hear the car. Rocker rams it. Gets out. Mine placed. Mine placed. Having a little bit of trouble placing the mine. Didn't place the mine. Piat instead. Piat. One shot. Next shot kills the P4. Who's going to get the kill? It's Rocker stealing the kill, using his Gammon Bomb. Good teamwork there by Rusty 40. Now Rusty 40 have the tank advantage on the board. They can use this to go push into the cap, and this might be the moment they need. Time on board, 33 minutes. Over 400 tickets left. 20 ticket lead now for Rusty 40. They have what it takes to take the second cap. Will we see them do it? Another vehicle is on the board. It looks like it's a 232? No, it's a Puma. Dupler and Lawman in a Puma now. This Puma is actually going to be devastating for the Rusty 40 tank crews if they can't deal with this. See, Tim and Viking just drove right by that Puma. The Puma did see them, playing a little bit of cat and mouse here. The half-track trying to save itself. Half-track playing cat and mouse here, trying to keep itself alive from this Puma. The Puma looking, it knows it's there. Great work there by Viking and Tim. Playing a little bit of loop-de-loop with the Puma. And they drove right past a rally. Tim and Viking there take out Ballantines. He goes down. Mortars have recommenced there. Look at this smoke screen coming down from the mortars of Rusty 40. Ooh, Dino with the team kill with the strafe, cutting Viking in half. Tim doing a good job here with blind out in support. Pushing onto the cap on the, what would this be? This would be the eastern side. Puma rushing forward. The Puma knows there's a half track somewhere. Tim's so close to taking out this rally. If Tim goes down this ditch line. Oh, so close for Tim. Rogue Demon might be the next one to see this rally and take it out. Oh, Blind Owl saw the spawn there. Blind Owl can surely pass on that information. That's another defender rally. Puma has arrived on scene, but you can see Dylan Epic there with his Cromwell. The Cromwell will win this fight if he doesn't get taken out by Dark Fate. Dark Fate, AT have managed to sneak through the infantry line. One glancing shot on the Cromwell doesn't really do much damage. The Cromwell's still on about 90% health. Just scratched the paint a little bit. And Rusty 40 doing a good job here, pushing on the north side. Dream Team's defense breaking a little bit. You can see Rogue Demon was so close to getting to that rally. The Puma actually took a little bit of a glancing shot. Puma's down to about 80% health. Blind Owl trying to hold up his building as long as he can. Oh, a good mortar there. Got a direct hit on Thunder. His remains go flying. And the Cromwell has arrived on scene. Look at this Cromwell now. Supported by infantry on both flanks. Putting HE downrange. Blasting into every window he can see to clear out the buildings. This Cromwell's doing some good work here for his team. Physics, Blind Owl pushing in with their squad on the eastern side as well. The defensive numbers on the cap is getting very thin. Tim and Viking are pushing in here. So close to this rally. My voice is breaking. The point has been neutralized. Rusty 40 have neutralized the cap. And I've got to say, it's looking very strong for them at this point. Dream Team are losing numbers. They're trying to rush bodies on point. They only have 2 rallies active at this point. You can see all of Dream Team pushing their remaining defenders forward, trying to take out Rusty 40. Tim and Viking running past this rally again. Tim gets 2 kills, though, in the rear there. Popper Fury and Knight both go down as they try to rush to the cap. Blind Owl got taken out on Physics by Ballatines. JT Infantry, Jonah, Voodoo, Iron Mike all pushing in on the north side. The Cromwell putting shots down. A Stuka coming down. I think the Stuka's aim for the Cromwell. It was, but it just fell a little bit too short. The Cromwell moved. And the point has been taken. They used their commander. Dino was on point, so the cap has been taken by Rusty 40. 44 minutes on the board. Not a huge ticket difference. Only 30 tickets, and it's going to get harder and harder from Rusty 40 from here on. They've taken 2 caps. 45 minutes on the board. Plenty of time. Can they go all the way, or will Clan Dream Team hold out on the final 2 caps? You can see Rusty 40 starting to move away from this cap already, tidying up any remaining kills, and already you can see the tanks and infantry starting to move away. Those who aren't already engaging, they're already starting to move away. See Rocker and Mac over here. 80 extraordinaires trying to sneak up on this Puma, and Rocker gets absolutely decimated. The Puma was waiting for Rocker. His Jeep goes down. 1-0 to the Puma. Rocker doing his signature. I'm going to kill every single tank this game and make them rage quit. Dino managed to join back nicely, or whoever it was who disconnected, so that's good. So we're moving on to the 3rd cap now, ladies and gentlemen, which is Hilsum. Hilsum is going to be, it's very similar to the last cap we saw, but there's more buildings. There's more buildings. It's downtown Hilsum with the junction right in front of me. That is the center of the cap with a large 2/3-story building here. This row of houses. There's going to be a lot of close quarter fighting here for the infantry, but you can already see 40-1 have an infantry squad south of the cap starting to push in already. That's great for Rusty 40. That's going to delay the attackers. That's going to force Dream Team to change their battle plans a little bit, delay them setting up their ideal perimeter. If Rusty 40 can capitalize and keep up this momentum, it's going to be looking very good for them. You can see 2 MSPs coming out for the German, one below squad 1, which is very close to the 40-1 squad, and also another MSP here from Pierre going towards the other cap. He might be just looking to get it in position away from the cap so his AT have a chance to spawn and flank any future allied tanks. So Pierre here, I think he's trying to hide his MSP somewhere so he can do exactly that. You can see Pierre's drop. He might be waiting for command as well from his... he might be waiting for orders from his team. You can see mortars... Oh, I was about to say, you can see mortars coming down already from Rusty 40 onto the defenders' spawn points. Unfortunately for the mortars, getting a double kill there on his own team. His own 40-1 squad that is already pushing the cap. We've got 2 more tanks on the field as well from... I like this play from Dream Team. They've been very good with their tanks. They've had their tanks constantly working side by side. It hasn't panned out too well for them because Rusty 40 has always been there to hard counter. But we've got Dream Team now with 2 Stugs, I believe. Oh no, Jagdpanzers, the IV-70s. Two Yags turning their engines off. They're ready to ambush any tanks that head their way. You can see Buckle over here, though. He heard a tank. He's heading towards that location. He knows there's something over there. Also, I'm looking on the map. 4 mortar crews for Rusty 40. This is what we said. They like their mortars. They're very good with their mortars when they're not getting team kills. So 4 mortars up for Rusty 40, and they've done a good job. They split them into pairs. So if their mortars do get found, only 1 crew is going to be found. So they always have their mortars online. So very good job there by Rusty 40, splitting up their mortars. Let's have a look at the spawn points. So Rusty 40 have a FOB over in this town over here, but it's going to be found very soon by John Louis, who is a pioneer. He's going to take out that FOB soon. That German MSP is still alive. So that is what Dream Team are using that MSP for. It's going to be a forward MSP, so they can send 80 and logistics team to flank behind Rusty 40. Rusty 40 have a second FOB. You can see where Dino is. He's just spawned on there. FOB there, just north outside the town. We've also got the tanks here from Dylan. That Cromwell is back in action, heading down the main road, looking to support his infantry. No doubt they're going to need their tank support. And there is another tank on the field now. I don't see the Hellcat. The Hellcat might have got destroyed at some point. Let's go see what this other tank is. It's a heavy tank of some kind. I don't see the Hellcat, so it looks like at some point Dream Team might have taken out the Hellcat, because yes, we have Gizmo and Tenpin, who were the crew of the Hellcat. They've swapped over to the Churchill now. Churchill, probably the best infantry support tank in the game. It is literally a land ship. So hard to take out. So heavily armored. It's got a great gun. It's got good mobility despite its size. Good mobility and speed. That Churchill is going to be very hard for Dream Team to deal with. And look at Dream Team's defense. They don't really have many defenders on the center of the cap itself. They only really have a few infantry inside the cap. They're trying to spread out and set this large perimeter around the cap, trying to hold back Rusty 40. They don't want to just all nestle into the town. They're doing their best to spread out. Artillery from Rusty 40 on the cap itself. And this is another good reason why you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. This artillery now gets 0 kills from Rusty 40. It wastes their artillery. So good defensive play there by Dream Team. Not stacking up on the cap, being well spread. 40-1 with their infantry squad are still flanking through the south here. In fact, you can see it's Lowe's. I don't know who called out their MSP. It must have been squad 3, it's Lowe's squad, calling out Dream Team's MSP here south of the camp. That is going to be devastating for the defenders. If they lose their rallies now, their nearest spawn is a long run away. So that is a good spot there from Rusty 40. Good Mustang to call in on that MSP to take it out. You can see this Puma as well. This Puma got hit by something. I imagine this Puma was hit by the Cromwell at long range. This Puma is now at about 30% health. One more hit and it's going to go down. The Puma doesn't have a lot of health. Puma has very little health. That Puma's going to have to head back to main base to repair. I think it was the Churchill there with Gizmo, Tenpin. Who else is in his crew? I think it's Jackal. I hate when their names get blended together. I think it's Jackal and Tenpin. Jackal, Tenpin, and Gizmo. Buckle over here. Buckle is AT. Buckle might have hit it as well, because Buckle is AT. Buckle's in a fight here with Mad Matt. Mad Matt, a pioneer. He's looking for that FOB. He's looking to find where they're spawning from over here. He found their repair station. He knows there's an FOB somewhere, and he's looking to take it out. He's going to have to start clearing out those buildings one by one, while Buckle is on the hunt to find him as well. Or Buckle. Buckle. I don't know how you pronounce your names. You all have weird names. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, both teams. You all have strange names. They're hard for me to pronounce. Rusty 40 continuing this good pressure of encircling around the cap. They've got Dino, their squad lead commander, trying to push in to help this capping process. Rusty 40 doing a good job here, but Dream Team is holding on. They're digging in. They're setting up a good perimeter. You can see they've actually taken over the outlying governor building, the manor house. And these mortars at the moment from Rusty 40 aren't really hugely effective, because there's no one there. They're not blinding anyone because there's no defenders directly on the cap. And they're not killing anyone because no one's spawning directly on the cap either. So Dream Team are doing a good job here on defense, stalling and setting up a big perimeter around the cap. 36 minutes left. Rusty 40, that ticket lead has started to narrow a little bit. And that's what we said. The caps get harder and harder. There might only be 4 caps, but they get harder and harder on this layer. Here you go. My voice is slowly breaking, chat. I'm sorry. The Puma, was that Puma? Is it the Puma? Yeah, the Puma got taken out. I imagine that was the Churchill, because you can see the Churchill is now driving past. I imagine the Churchill moved on. They did manage, Mad Matt and Macadam managed to find the FOB, and they have taken out the FOB in the north. So good job to them. That is 1 less spawn for, you see Mac there with his little Willis Jeep. That is 1 less spawn. 10-pin Gizmo and Jackal drove right past this German MSP that is still alive there. I'm actually surprised. With all the Rusty 40 who have drove or run past that area, I'm surprised that MSP has remained alive for that long. This 40-1 squad are still doing a good job pushing in here from the south, but they are under a lot of pressure. Dream Team sending a lot of traffic their way. You can see their rally hidden in the trees further south, but they are getting pushed further back by Dream Team. Dream Team doing a good job here holding up the south. Likewise in the north, they were being pressed very heavily in the north, but they managed to consolidate their defense, push back the Rusty 40 assault coming in with infantry. I imagine tank support, and in fact you can see the Churchill is slowly coming towards the camp. Once this tank support arrives from Rusty 40, I imagine we might see the power shift again a little bit. There is no Dream Team tank support nearby. Their 2 Yags are very far away from the battle. They're looking to flank any allied tanks at distance by the looks of it. So once this Churchill arrives on scene, this could sway the balance of power back into the Rusty 40's favor, and they'll start to push Dream Team further and further into the cap. You can see the Churchill coming to support the 41 squad here that is trying to secure the Manor House. Manor House, Governor's Building. Does it actually have a name on this map? It doesn't. Sometimes it has a name. A big ticket drop there from Rusty 40. They just lost a lot of tickets. I wonder what happened then. Was it an MSP? They might have lost an MSP or a tank, because they just lost something big at some point. Ticket lead has swapped back to Dream Team's favor now. Still plenty of time on the board though, 30 minutes and still plenty of tickets. You can see assets being called in here, just a few strafes, not hugely effective. Artillery, oh, it's smoke screen on cap. I imagine that is Rusty 40 smoke screen trying to support the 40-1 and Churchill that is pushing forward here on the what would this be? This would be the pretty much the direct north of cap. You can see Pilgrim still alive on the inside of this large manor house, getting a W back up alive there. Uncle Iron or Iron, Bren gun in hand. He knows there's someone here. Grenade falls a bit short. And a trade there. Both machine guns trading with each other as a grenade goes off as well. Dylan, Just Press, and who was the third? I hate when the names get blended together. Oh, there's 4 in there. Dylan, Nutzler, Just Press, and John de Bevel doing a good job there with their Cromwell. They've arrived to support infantry now. So Churchill and Cromwell both supporting infantry at this point. And I can see there is actually a German tank has been marked, or it has been called out. Is it a Tiger? It's something big. Oh, no, it's a P3. It's not going to be hugely effective against the Churchill, but it still might do something. Knight there managed to flank behind the Cromwell again. Is he going to be able to finish it off? So close again. That's the second time. Knight has come within You breathe on that Cromwell now, and it goes down. Knight with 2 good Panzerschreck shots straight into the rear of the Cromwell. Cromwell's engine has gone out, but there is infantry nearby. Can Knight sneak past the infantry and finish off the Cromwell? It's going to be a hard task for him to do. He's under fire. He's trying to return fire now. He's got the big boy grenade in hand. It goes out, landed right at Rusty's. Overkill on Rusty. Rusty got hit in the head and then blown up with the grenade. Knight just goes down. Rhubarb there, finishing off the kill. Dylan and his crew are under fire as well. They've been flanked by the 2 tanks. And the IV-70, the Jagdpanzer, has flanked and taken out the Cromwell. They played the patience game. They waited. They bide their time. And they just took out a big kill there. Dream Team's tanks making a comeback, flanking that Cromwell. Great communication there between the 80 of Knight and also the 2 Jagdpanzers there of Dream Team. And they finish off the Churchill. The Churchill is now flanked as well. 1 shot into the side of the Churchill. The Churchill's been completely outflanked here. This could be devastating to Rusty 40. I think the Churchill's going to go down. 1 more shot, 2 at most is going to take out this Churchill. And there goes. What a huge turnaround for Dream Team here. Miscommunications here. No one calling out the flanking tanks from Dream Team, and they've just decimated the armor support from Rusty 40. The Churchill and Cromwell both going down is huge. Completely shifts the balance of power here. And you can see infantry support as well on this cap has gone. Only 2 members are alive from Rusty 40. They do have infantry pushing forward, but that was huge. That was a huge shift in power. 30 tickets as well now swing towards Dream Team. What a big shift in power. Where is Rocker? Where is Buckle? And whoever else was dealing with the tanks, where have they gone? Because now we have a P3 and 2 Jagdpanzers on the scene for Dream Team. What a huge shift in the shift in power here. All armor support now for Dream Team is cementing on cap. You can see Rusty 40. They had a rally up, but it's been found. Moose Service takes it out. Artillery. This could be good artillery. Oh, it's just not enough. That's actually Zeus's artillery. That's actually Dream Team artillery called down by Zeus. He got a double kill. He almost killed his own tank crews there as well. Zeus getting very lucky with his own artillery. Almost killed the Jagdpanzer in the process. Something I haven't spoke about in this match so far is we've had a Rusty 40 squad holding down the 4th and final cap. They have been mostly killed now. I feel like this has been a bit of a waste of time at this point for Rusty 40. They have been delaying any reinforcements coming from the 4th cap, but could that infantry being used elsewhere? Rusty 40 have a good infantry surge coming in though here from the north and west side of cap. They just have no one on scene to deal with these tanks. They need to get Rocker on scene. 2nd artillery, good hit on the P3. Killed an infantry as well. It's slowly damaging the P3. It's got it down to about 50% health. Not enough, though. It did knock it down to 50% health. Where is the AT now to deal with these tanks? I imagine allied tanks are going to be rushing to help infantry as fast as possible. They need to get back to the scene. See Rocker over there. He's got his Willis Jeep back. He's looking to deal with these tanks. That P3 is no doubt going to go get repaired. It knows it's been hit by a big wave of artillery. It's low on health. And the infantry here from Rusty 40 is also getting flanked now. See, another big kill. Knight there took out another tank. Knight has been extraordinarily well on the attack here as AT. A Cromwell goes down with just press. The 40-1 infantry squad going down. Knight has done incredibly well on the AT side of things for Dream Team tonight. The P3 driving right by infantry here. Feel like Rusty 40, they've lost a little bit of their momentum. There's a big ticket disadvantage now. 60 tickets behind. They lost a little bit of their momentum. Maybe they got ahead of themselves by attacking the 4th cap early on. Maybe that pressure would have been better elsewhere. Because Rusty 40 is starting to lose a little bit of their momentum here. We can see Gizmo and Tempin. What tank do they have now? It's another... it's on its Dubai style. It is a Wolverine, the worst tank in the game. But hey, you got to make use with what you got, right? Wolverine heading to the scene. It's not a great tank, especially not good at supporting infantry, but you've got to make use with what you got. You can see the P3 and the damaged Jagdpanther all returning to main base to get healed up. They took a lot of hit from those artillery strikes. Rocker with his Jeep still roaming around looking for tanks to take out. Rusty 40 is starting to get a little bit of map control again on the north side here. Starting to cement some map control again on the north side. Those mortars continually raining down smokes and HE. The ticket difference has started to close again. Rusty 40 only 50 tickets behind now. 24 minutes. Those tickets can be gone in 24 minutes. 24 minutes and 200 tickets is pretty even. That's 100 tickets in 10 minutes. That's not uncalled for. But I feel like Rusty 40's momentum, the wind in their sails, has been staggered a little bit. They need to cement themselves, gather themselves back up, work side by side, get those tanks with infantry again, and work together. Consolidate. Speaking of consolidating, we've got another tank. It's a Churchill coming out. The 2nd heavy for Rusty 40. That means they should have one more heavy, and it'll either be another Churchill or a Firefly. So they're bringing out the heavy infantry support. Churchill's going to be hard to deal with. It can be taken out by a lone AT-man, but it's very difficult for that to happen. So that might be what Rusty 40 need to gather themselves. They've looks like they've given up on their attack on Kirk. They're no longer trying to hold down the 4th cap. They've given up on it. Rightly so. That infantry could be used elsewhere. And look how much Dream Team is sacrificing. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, hang on. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 7. Dream Team sacrificed 7 infantry and a rally to deal with that flanking squad, holding down their spawn. If Rusty 40 use that momentum now while all that infantry is elsewhere with the tank support coming in, that might be the swing they need. Also, Rocker and Mac are near where the German tanks are. So they should be able to hold back those German tanks now while the Wolverine and Churchill come to support infantry. You can see Dream Team have lost a lot of map control here on the western side of the cap. And that Churchill now on scene, get a bunch of kills. The Churchill, though, get hit by a big Panzerschreck in the side. The Churchill down to 50% health now. The infantry from Rusty 40 really need to help keep these tanks alive. There's 9. This might be nice. Another big Panzerschreck. Rusty's 40 infantry need to get their eyes up. There we go. Physics there, getting the kill. That Churchill almost went down. Rusty 40 need to help their tanks a little bit here. Keep their eyes aware. Smokes coming down on cap. I imagine this is Rusty 40 smokes. Doing anything they can to blind the defenders, kill them. Smokes can kill defenders with a direct hit. A good strafe down the backyard there. A big 40-1 bulk of infantry trying to push in through the south as well. They're close to a rally. If they take that rally down, that's going to be a huge opening wound to the defenders there. Tickets are slowly starting to even up again. But if Rusty 40 lose their Churchill, that might be game. Time, 21 minutes. Still plenty of time to take this cap. Is GG alive? GG's alive here, and he's just got killed on Rogue Demon as he was trying to revive his team. Physics there, pushing along the building, trying to condense the defenders here, trying to force the defenders into the cap. You can see the P3 has arrived back on scene. This is where mortars or artillery on the cap might start to be a little bit more devastating. You see 40-1 also found that rally on the side. Oh, actually, they haven't. They're close to finding it. Is Jonah going to see it? Yeah, Jonah must have seen that rally. Either way, the rally is offline. But they're going to have to watch out because that P3 is nearby. Rally goes down, so 40-1, doing a good job on the push here on the south. That P3 drove right in front of the Wolverine. I'm surprised the P3 didn't get hit by the Wolverine then. Speaking of tanks, there is an AT, and it is Buckle. He's spotted where the IVs are. He's calling it out to his team. And look at Dream Team again with their Jagdpanzers. They're going to flank the Wolverine. Tenpin and Gizmo doing a good job this time. The information has been given to them, but they're going to be driving right into the sightlines of the IVs. They're going to have to be careful here. The IV-70s know where the Wolverine is. They're waiting for a clean shot. This Wolverine stopped right in front of their vision. Please don't tell me this is how the Wolverine goes down. Bad Marks has confused the tank crew of Tenpin and Gizmo. That was some bad marks, but they've been called out. Buckle now is engaging one of the tanks. He's distracted it. Didn't do any damage. Didn't mobilize the engine, but he managed to distract it away from the Wolverine. Look at the Jagdpanzer pushing forward. This is... Oh, a big shot there from the Wolverine, immobilizing the Jagdpanzer. You got to remember, the turret speed of the Wolverine is basically none. It's got the slowest turret speed in the game. A second big shot there. This is going to help even up the tickets for Rusty 40. And there goes one of the IVs. Can they deal a blow and take out the second one? That is a huge kill there. You can see the Churchill also arriving on scene. It's scaring away the P3, and there's been a big breakthrough on the south side for Rusty 40. That Churchill trying to chase down this P3. You can see it chasing it down, trying to help its infantry on the cap. Cat and mouse here. Oh, and the Wolverine. Did the Wolverine just get taken out? The Wolverine got destroyed. I believe the Wolverine got killed by a combination of the Jag. And then the Jag goes down. Rocket finishes off the Jag. He manages to flank it. So a trade there. A big artillery barrage. I think that was a Rusty 40 artillery. The P3's gone down. That was huge. Churchill and artillery working in combination to get there. Got a bunch of kills, and that Churchill arrived on the cap to support infantry. Rusty 40 are neutralized in the cap. They have their commander on it. This might be it. With 70 minutes on the board left, they might take the cap here if this Churchill can stay alive. If infantry can make sure the Churchill stays alive. Churchill rushing forward, trying to help its infantry, trying to clear out these buildings, also making sure it doesn't get flanked by any AT. Tickets, only 30 ticket difference now. Churchill arriving on scene, slowly doing drive-bys down the road. Cap has been neutralized. Cap has been neutralized. They have their commander, they have tank support. Can they take it? With 17 minutes, there is very few defenders on point. If the Churchill turns around at this point, it's going to get a bunch of reinforcements coming in from Dream Team. We had a couple of disconnects at a fortunate time from Rusty 40, and I believe those disconnects were actually while they're on the cap. But it doesn't matter. They managed to take Hilson. They have taken the third cap with a Stuka being called in. I think the Stuka, you know where this Stuka was for. It did get 2 kills there. I think it was aimed for the tank. 30 minutes left with tickets. Only 30 tickets in it. And Rusty 40 have their Churchill alive. Rusty 40 extending match time. But this is where it gets incredibly hard now for Rusty 40. The final cap is the hardest cap on this map. It's basically a tiny little fortress. Can Rusty 40 take it with the amount of tickets they have? This is very bad here from Rusty 40 though. You see Addy here flanking right behind. 1 kill. Jonah or Slug managed to take him out, but that means Rusty 40, their immediate flank has been discovered and found. Bad timing there for Rusty 40. Very interesting game now. Very interesting game. Dream Team lost all their tanks. They're getting some new ones on the board. They have a new tank coming out. What is it? They've lost... Have they used a heavy yet? Oh, they did use a Panzer at the beginning. They have a second P3. This P3 is going to be chewed open by AT and the Churchill. Nevertheless, it's still going to be hard for infantry to deal with at distance. It can place itself on the high ground around the church. How do Rusty 40 play this now? With 30 minutes left and with tickets so low, they will also, their experience, they're going to they know Dream Team is also low on tickets. They might start to turn this into a ticket game. They might just start going for kills. At the end, we've got a second tank on the board. It is a Staghound. 10-pin Gizmo and Jackal bringing out a Staghound now. Staghound's going to be great at harassing the infantry on Kirk. They can drive around, use the open fields as long as they don't get stuck in the ditches. Mortars are raining down. This is where it's going to be a little bit hard for the Dream Team infantry defense. The mortars from Rusty 40 can just rain down hellfire now on the camp. 23 tickets divide this. Very close game. We said this would be a close game, and it is a very close game. Artillery called. Be interesting to see whose artillery this in. I imagine this might be Dino's artillery onto the church. Maybe trying to get a bunch of kills. You see the P3 pushing forward here. Bunkers have been built. So you can see the Logi teams have been doing jobs. Smoke screen coming in on the eastern side. Oh, and the Churchill just got hit by a big shot, but also the P3. Churchill is being flanked by Knight. There's no infantry support nearby for this Churchill. The P3 is very low on health. And the P3 goes down. Artillery as well. Loots artillery. Perfectly placed artillery. 1, 2, 3, 4 kills. Also a couple of team kills. It also pushes the Churchill forward into the danger's nest. This Churchill in a very dangerous spot now. No infantry support, and it's on 50% health. They can't risk losing that tank. Rocker doing a good job there. Rocker and Buckle managing, was it a MSP or was it, it's hard to tell, now it's destroyed. An MSP or a Logi truck there from Rocker was found and taken out. Also the P3 went down, as we said. The Staghound doing a good job in combination with the Churchill to take it out. Tanks just firing now onto the point. Dream Team trapped inside the church. Trapped inside their own fortress of their own making here. Dark's back and he's on the right team, perfect. Dylan doing a good job making, they know that Churchill can't die. That Churchill is a lot of tickets. If that Churchill goes down, that could be the end of the game for Rusty 40. Rocker and Buckle pushing into the cap here, trying to find any rallies, MSPs, anything they can. They also tried to destroy the 1,000 supplies. There goes the 1,000 supplies. Dylan got disconnected, unfortunate for him. Hopefully his tank crew can keep up the momentum there. Rocker under fire. Rocker and Buckle have actually done a good job here breaking through the south. They took out, I think that was an MSP, and they also took out a squad rally. So they did a good job on the south here. tickets, 24 tickets. Rusty 40 need to be careful here. They can't just go throw bodies away, but they can throw mortars away. Just rain down mortars onto the cap as much as possible, and you're bound to get killed slowly. Tank south of me. Someone said there's a tank, and there is a tank. What tank is that? It's on the very outskirts of the map, using the height to its advantage, looking to snipe any tanks it sees. It is a King Tiger. This is going to be so hard now for Rusty 40 to deal with. They're going to need AT to deal with this. A Churchill can beat the King Tiger, even in a frontal fight, but it's very hard to do. That King Tiger is going to be the nemesis here for Rusty 40. If they can't take it out with a commander asset or AT, that King Tiger might be the victor for Dream Team on the defensive. Very close game, though. It is not over. Dream Team. You can see them. Dream Team still spreading out. They've got rallies on the outskirts. They're not consolidating all the way into the cap. Tickets, 25 now. Commander assets being used on both sides. You can see the Staghound got taken out. I believe the Staghound was destroyed by the King Tiger. That King Tiger has such a dominating position now. The only way that King Tiger is going to go down at this point is either with a flanking AT from Rocker or Buckle or anyone, or a commander asset such as a Mustang. See the King Tiger pushing forward now. You can even see Pyro is on the outside of his tank. He knows that tank is a big target. 15 tickets that King Tiger is, and that King Tiger could be the winning asset to this match for Dream Team here. 24 minutes, plenty of time. 95 tickets. The tickets have started to open. Rusty 40 is throwing away a lot of infantry tickets here, and I don't see a lot of mortars coming in. Stuka called in. I'm trying to find it. Oof. You couldn't have asked for more of a pinpoint Stuka. It landed directly on Viking's head. 30 ticket lead now for Dream Teams. Rusty 40 is throwing away a lot of infantry here at the late game. They need to slow down with their infantry. They have 24 minutes. They must know the game is close. You can see Women, Weed, and Weather. He might be trying to build an AT gun all the way south. That'd be huge. If he could actually build an AT gun on the south here, he could kill that King Tiger single-handedly. If he could build a QF6, that King Tiger can be killed. Rocker and Alex goes down. They took out the FOB as well. That was here on the south side. So that's more tickets being lost there for Rusty 40. Women and Weed got killed there. I believe he drove into the mines. Yeah, I think he just went too far out of the map, and that's 10 tickets there for Women and Weed. Unfortunate for him, he just went too far outside the map. Otherwise, he could have built an AT gun perfectly to take out that King Tiger in the rear. Went a little bit too far, and that might be game for Dream Team. Rusty 40 throwing away a lot of tickets at the late stages here. A lot of infantry going down. Those FOBs and MSPs going down. That Logi truck, that's 10 tickets. This Churchill is going to be driving right into view of the King Tiger if it's not careful as well. Not to mention, very little infantry support over here. It's very spread. So AT might also sneak up on that Churchill. Artillery on cap. Rusty 40 artillery. No real kills. In fact, no kills at all. There's no info on the tank. Rusty 40 have lost eyes on the King Tiger. They do not know where it is. And it's silent. Listen to it below us. The King Tiger has turned its engine off. It's ready. It's waiting in ambush. It's going to be hearing the Churchill approaching. And it's going to chew through. Churchill, one shot goes flying straight over its head. And this Churchill knows it needs to get out of here now. It can't win a fight with the King Tiger when the King Tiger has the advantage. Dylan needs to save his Churchill. One shot into the engine. Luckily, it didn't disable the engine. You can see Dylan doing his best to save his King Tiger. Second shot. Sorry, to save his Churchill. Is it going to be enough to save it? I don't think it is. If the King Tiger lands another big shot, it misses. King Tiger misses its fourth shot. Fifth shot takes it out. Churchill goes down. And I feel like that was just a throwaway of a tank there. A big throwaway of the Churchill at the end of the game. And that kind of sums up the last 10 minutes for Rusty 40 here. They had the advantage. They were gaining tickets. They were gaining momentum, but they just threw a little bit too much. They got a little bit too courageous at the end, a little bit too risky with their plays, and they kind of threw away the win at the stage here. At the last few 10 minutes. You can see the ticket lead over 60 tickets now for Dream Team. Rusty 40, they didn't have to push in so much. They had plenty of time. They could have used their mortars. They could have used their assets, and another 10 tickets just lost there for Rusty 40. They need to start conserving their tickets. 21 tickets now. You can see Knight again. He found a, was it a tank? Yeah, he found another tank here. Knight has been doing an incredible job. It was a Matilda. Oh, that's unfortunate. Matilda's 10 tickets as well, and he gets taken out one shot by a Panzerschreck. Knight's done an incredible job for Dream Team. You could probably say Knight might have single-handedly helped gain a victory for his team here. Knight has killed so many tanks and MSPs. Knight has really carried his team to a victory here. Rusty 40, they've got 19 minutes. At this point, they should just stop running forward. They need to chill, play for tickets. You've got 20 minutes still. You don't have to push forward like this, you know? Rushing straight towards the Tiger now. I feel like this is a lot of tickets just being thrown away now. Physics kills one of the crewmen. Gammon Bomb goes out, damages the King Tiger to about 85-90% health. Not a huge amount. And Rocker is on cap. I feel like Rocker, he was doing such a good job on tank duty. I don't know why he's pushed the cap here at the late stages. I feel the King Tiger was a trophy that could have helped bring Rusty 40 to a victory here. Another rally goes down for Rusty 40 now as they try push in. Nutcracker Steel all flanking in. 11 tickets left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11 downed and more over here. So no matter what, Rusty 40 have lost this game. They're not going to be able to revive all their downed players. So they are going to lose this game. 8 tickets left. I feel when they watch this back, they might, and there it is. There's the game, ladies and gentlemen. Rusty 40 did a good job on the attack. They managed to take 3 caps, but Dream Team held out on the defense. It all goes into next week now. If you watch this on YouTube, remember to like, subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And be back next week for the conclusion of who is going through to the semifinals. A very close game there. Very close. I enjoyed it. Good night, YouTube.